And hello, folks. Welcome back to Thea, the Awakening. As always, of course, I'm Falcon, your host. As if at all possible, this is going to be the last episode for this game, for the series. We will see exactly how it goes, but that is kind of the plan. Now, you may note, we're at turn 502. We ended last episode at like 300 something. I have spent a ridiculous amount of time. Came up here, we gathered a shit ton of moonstone. I traveled over here, gathered a ridiculous amount of ancient wood, and then spent a stupid amount of time in the village crafting stuff. Yeah, this is not the time for you to be here. Time for you to be somewhere else. Thank you for coming. But yeah, we have gone crazy and crafted some crazy amounts of equipment. We have a stupid amount of people now too. I managed to get a whole bunch of people in a considerable amount of time. So we have 18 people in our expedition, 15 people in town. If you remember, we only had like 16 people in the expedition last episode, and we had like we started with 10 and maybe ended up with like 11 or something in the town. So we've gained a lot of people in the interim between the episodes here. It's been crazy. But yeah, we have these primal wards, which are moonstone and ancient wood swords. Most of the gear that I made are moonstone and ancient wood, a mix of the two, because the ancient wood provides poison as well as a good deal of damage in and of itself, and the moonstone is like the best one for just straight up damage. So we have ridiculous amounts of damage, ridiculous amounts of poison on basically almost every weapon that we are using. Which, of course, is just like stupid amounts of damage. So this sword here, which is what the majority of my people are using, the two-handed people, we do have this weaker version here, mostly because it's a lighter version. So Unislava does not have the weight to hold one of the better versions. So she ended up with that one. This is one that we found. But it does 35 damage, just straight up normal. If they're already hurt, it does 45 damage. It's stupid. Just by itself, the weapon itself does 45 damage. Up to 45 damage. Crazy. Crazy. Our one-handed swords here. 11 damage plus the 6 poison, so 17 damage normally. Up to 23 damage with if they're already hurt. Fair amount of shield. Is crazy. I ended up getting the sufficient material or sufficient upgrade points to get crossbows. So we've got 12 damage from the ones that I made. As you can see, I did make quite a few of them. We do still have all the ones that we found, of course, as well. Those were ancient wood and scaled leather. At this point, I was starting to run out of both ancient wood and moonstone, so I had to try to play around with some things to see what I could make. This was, I think the best I could do was like 14 damage if I did wood, ancient wood, and dragon leather, but I had very little dragon leather, so what we went with. There's the moonstone. That was a different one. That's one that I found, but here's the hammers that we've made. 16 moonstone, 28 damage, crazy damage. Spears that we made, so 18 damage from those and 8 poison damage. So pretty damn significant. We made shields. I managed to unlock shields. We actually found one. But so all the people that have shields in the party have this now. We have a little less shields than we used to because I think I kicked one of the guys who was using the shield over to one of these hammers, and I feel like maybe one other dude got changed to something as well. I'm not sure. Still using basically the same armor that we had before. I did a little bit of upgrading with that, but not a whole lot. We made this armor with scale and dragon leather for Witch. It was just the right amount of weight coupled with the upgraded weapon or whatever. So she still has some weight capability left. She actually could have made better, but it was still better than what she was using before. This we found, mithril and diamond. I believe it's heavy armor. In fact, I know it's heavy armor. 37 defense. Whew, crazy. And that's basically the main interests. And the people in the village here have basically the same weapons too. I pretty much upgraded everyone to these new weapons. Few people who don't, either because I ran out of resources or in some places like Imislava doesn't have the weight to carry. Make one of these, so she's using one of those instead. This weapon we found, you know, they're just all equipped with whatever leftover ranged weapons that we had. But all the hammers, all the spears, they're all, you know, the top upgraded stuff. And they all have pretty good armor now, too. There's one or two of them that still are not super well decked out armor-wise, but we're doing pretty damn good overall. We had a few quests and things, but not anything too super exciting. I have gone up to be able to get Dragon Bone. We've gone up to be able to get, of course, the Ancient Wood and Moonstone. I'm gonna work on going toward Diamond eventually. Well, I would anyway. We're gonna actually finish the episode, or finish the series this episode, so we're not gonna have sufficient time to do that. Let's actually go ahead and start doing that. We need to head over toward the Cosmic Tree over here and wipe out everybody who's stupid enough to get in our path between here and there. These fights are funny. Alright, we could auto-resolve this, but I'm actually gonna fight it because I want to show you just how completely dominating we are now. It's pretty damn crazy. I'm gonna re-roll this to try to get some more hammers out. It's a little bit better. We have a couple people who've been slightly injured, and I simply haven't spent the time to get them get their health back. But they're still doing fine for the most part. So let's roll with you. Come on, come on. There we go. And we'll roll with you. Fortunately, some of these people may have. Okay, well. Some of these people may have spears, yeah they do, but they... Oh, they did a counter offense. Let's see that happen that often. Cool. Let's do the same. Let's counter you that as well, and you're just going to get destroyed. So thoroughly destroyed that it's just kind of funny. We're gonna go ahead and drop her. He'll do a shit ton of damage to you. Almost fucking kills you in and of itself. So you're almost dead before we're not even actually in combat yet. Good, good. Oh, and you shielded almost a good chunk of the damage that you just took. But we could take all of that away, once again, if I was so inclined. Not actually going to bother, though, because this guy is so about to be wrecked that probably a waste of time to even bother. Counter... Oh, have some higher level people in your offensive line. That's good to know. The only one who can counter tactic at this point. Did you play that? It's kind of silly. Whatever. Counter tactic gets you out of the way. You're dead like a million times over. You are not even bothered, and you, yeah, you're yeah. You guys have died before you've even started this fight. You're already dead, and you haven't even. The battle hasn't even started yet, and you're already dead. It's good. 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 I don't know why you guys even bother. You're so dead that it's not even funny. Just been completely wrecked like 1,000 times over. And it's already game over. Already game over. I'm not even gonna bother to put everyone else out because there's no point. You're so dead that it's a waste of time for me to bother. Yeah. You almost killed 2 people in 1 hit. One person almost killed everything they had. Yeah, look at that. Our first 3 people go, and everything that they have on the field is dead. It's just silly. We have so much health, we have so much damage potential now, that the no enemies that I have encountered thus far have been able to come close to slowing me down. I've also discovered this, which I didn't actually know you could do, but if you click on the thing here, it immediately sets it to be, instead of even picking it up at all, it lets you immediately set it to be broken down into its component parts. I'm going to keep that shield, because it's not a bad shield, and this sword, because it's not a bad sword. Nothing I really need, but nevertheless. Yeah. Yeah. I'm go over here, we're gonna wreck our way through these guys. Now, sometimes the auto battle thing doesn't really do me justice. Actually, most of the time it doesn't really do me justice at this point. When you consider the fact that we could pretty much wreck through these guys. Yeah, okay, see, that time it went good for us. That time it did what it should have done. I do still have to be mildly concerned. Only mildly concerned, but I do still have to be slightly worried about people attacking our town. The town is very capable of handling itself at this point, though. We have enough people, and they are well equipped enough that the enemy would be hard-pressed to do a whole hell of a lot to them. This, of course, does begin to be a problem just because there's so many enemies around. Not even that the individual dudes are really anything, because they're not, but we could try social. How to resolve it. And I will keep these shields, because these shields are not bad. The rest of the stuff I don't know. Oh, because still have mildly limited quantities of bows. Not that I really care at this point, but less just in case. I've reached the point now that unless I just feel like fighting them for no good reason. Yeah, see, sometimes this happens. There's no reason for this to happen. This should not have happened. It's just sometimes that it does because the game just decides, you know what, fuck you, I'm just gonna do some bullshit. Do some bullshit. It does happen sometimes that it does some bullshit. Most of the time, there's really very little, if anything, that the enemy can do. Stop us. We should probably fight this, because we do have some people who are hurt. Cognizant and a little wary of that. Although the leech effect that he has actually could be very valuable to us. Leech, I have more than once used the leech effect that most of these people have to pretty much just negate any damage that the enemy was otherwise prepared to do to us. So I've been able to just basically say, oh, so you want to hurt me, huh? Oh, okay, well, you know what? No. Just no. And then they can't. It's pretty much how that has worked a number of times now. That they are prepared to just do damage to us, so that it's just like, oh, guess what? I'm just going to heal all the damage that you just did to me. So congratulations, you have failed to even scratch me. Pretty much how that's worked a couple times. So you actually won't carry over because no, you will kill him. Never mind, you kill him. You'll kill whoever comes after that. That's good. Let's play you. But we're not gonna leave you at the end of the line there because you are vulnerable. Having to spear people would be killed fairly easily. So what we may do, with the knowledge that he is badly hurt, we will go ahead and give him a good shield. Massive shield. And we'll throw you out to body block any spears or anything that may come out. Just prevent him from being hurt, basically. I don't know what the hell you just did, but there was a complete waste of your time, whatever it was, because he dead. He dead, Jim. He dead. This guy just kills him. I don't know why you bothered. You almost kill him, and then you just wreck his face. You'll do 70 damage, 74 damage actually. And this guy will be very dead. Very dead. So far, enemy friends, you have failed. You've just failed. You haven't failed to do anything specific, you have just straight failed. Congratulations. Going to counter offense. No real reason to. We have no actual need to, because frankly, they have no hope in hell of so much as scratching me. But nevertheless, you're dead, and you dead too. I don't know why you just did that. You should have played him before. Whatever. Won't complain about it too much because that actually works in my favor. We'll go ahead and get closer there to do a lot of damage to you. He wrecks you, no problem. You're just straight dead from her. Or some damage to carry over, so you'll just be straight dead from her. He's gonna kill him, and he'll kill you, and he'll kill you, and you won't even have anything to attack. I guess you'll attack for them. Let's go ahead and play you. She can do 65, 69 damage. You dead. Oh, you dead. You so dead. Yeah, so this is basically what happens when you get to this point in the game, is you get to the point that you have to do so much damage that it frankly doesn't matter the slightest what the hell the enemy does, because they've lost. They've lost well before the match even started. The people that I have on the field right now won't even have to attack. These people on the end here, some of them won't even be attacking. All these things played will be dead before they even get that far. So it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny how that works. It really is. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and support you just because why the fuck not? This gives you even more damage, more than enough to wreck everything else that they may play. And that's basically. You are already dead and you don't even know it yet. And we'll just give you more damage because why the hell not? And let's go ahead and continue because point in bothering. Oh, you dead. Oh, you so dead. So dead. And destroyed. Yep, you're dead. Carries over, almost kills you. He wipes you out, carries over, almost kills the other guy. That he just gets to boot. And everything you have left ever even gets to do shit. Because, I'm actually surprised that you even managed to get through round 1 with people still living. We only got like a third of the way through the second round there, though. Armor's actually not bad, so I may keep that. Get rid of that. I don't. Get rid of that. That's actually mildly useful. You think, not mistaken, that actually, or you healed for some damage. It just doesn't really have the capability to very well show that. Since you would definitely whatever. We will have to camp. We'll go ahead and save just in case because he actually should have been healed a little bit, but for whatever reason the game decided not to do that for me. There we go. Should we wait a turn or two? Because we do have a couple people who are hurt. It's him? Him? If it's just him, I may not worry. No, it's just him. Let's wait one more turn. Get a little more health. Let anybody who's stupid enough to want to come and mess with me do so. All these level 4s and below, I don't really care about anymore because They are not a danger to my village. They are sure as hell not a danger to my army. Because they're just not. Level 5 things aren't really much of a danger either, so let's be honest. But the thing that could still potentially be like some sort of danger. The only thing that I've seen that might actually still be somewhat dangerous to me is the dragons. Level 5 dragon sets. Those might still have enough oomph to be dangerous, but with the exception of them, I don't know why you got even that. That happened, but whatever. Okay, so we're here at one of the quest locations. Let's go ahead and save just in case we screw something up perfectly. I think we will, but you never know.
You arrive at a tall, stone-built tower. An arched doorway stands ajar, and an old man waves at you to come in.
Alrighty then.
You walk into the lower floors of the tower. The room is dark and dingy. The walls are filled with bookshelves, barely holding under the weight of the thousands of works that you think must be housed here. There is a desk and some chairs, and the old man sits behind it. Come in, sit and let us talk. I am Professor Anthony Hufka, formerly of the Grand University. These days, well, on research leave, I suppose.
Why, hello, sir. We found this old scroll by body. It talked about curing the darkness, and it had your tower marked on a map.
Ah, the Elven Scroll. Have you found the Guardian yet? He went to that Grove place, but I've never been able to find out what happened to him. His pesky student ran off with the scroll before I could write down the directions. And I don't like leaving this tower anyway.
No, we've not spoken to him yet. Talk to him? I don't know. I don't think I've talked to him. We haven't talked yet.
Right. Well, he is a wise one. I will grant him that. But his version of history is... history is written by the victors, yes? The elves have been the victors for many thousands of years, and thus they do write our history. I, however, believe it is time we wrote our own.
What do you mean? You're not making much sense.
Well, the elves will tell you that the cosmic tree is one of the pillars of the world. I won't go into it. They know it better. They are correct on that, but sometimes pillars must fall in order to build a new house, you know.
Still not making any sense.
Right. I am an old man, too old for human existence. I forget myself. So it was us, humans, that burned that damned tree. Yes, we at the Grand University. We had a multinational conference and we came to a conclusion. Magic is stifling humanity.
What?
Listen to me. Magic and its prime stewards, the elves, they are keeping us from truly evolving, from reaching our own potential. We can finally be free from superstition, from dark magic, from monsters. We will build a civilization based on reason and knowledge. And yes, this will be costly. Magic will take with it many creatures, not all bad, but humanity will finally be free.
We've got, you sound mad, how's the darkness good for us when we almost died out, or it does make some sense. What do you suggest? How is this darkness good for us? We almost died out. Alright, let's do this one. Yeah, it makes a little bit of sense, but... what?
Yes, we did. That is because something went wrong, you see. The tree lingers on. Magic is growing again. The elves are cursed, but still alive. The plan did not work. So you must do whatever that elf tells you, but then find a way to finish the job. Do whatever you must to kill magic and destroy the tree for good.
Well, you're definitely mad. Why didn't you do it?
You will do what you will do, but I trust your brains will win over superstition. And I told you, I don't leave this tower. If I do, I am dead, and I rather like living.
That magic?
Bah! Details. Whatever you do will not happen overnight, you know. It may take generations to fully take its course. I will live until that time and gather knowledge. Now go. No time to waste on an old man.
We have more questions.
You find yourself standing in an empty field. No tower, no man, nothing.
Alrighty then, let's continue on. So, yeah, we're supposed to find this guardian, talk to him. I think that's this other setup here. And he basically gives us the quest to go and find the tree and revive it. And he explains to us basically what he just said, that the humans destroyed the tree, or tried to destroy it at least, because they believe that we are better off without magic, so on and so forth, yada yada yada. And we have a couple of choices to make at the end here of exactly how we want to end the game, which ending we want. Now, last time, I won't spoil it just yet. I'll explain to you what I did last time once we found all of the options. We don't have the ball. Can I move, please? Hey, turn. Have to get up here to this other tree spot. Tree location. Base tree. Get out of my way, you idiots. Why are you even here? Look at that stuff, because I'm sure it's junk.
You finally find what must have been the grove from the map, although there is little left but some stones and dirt here. And yet, among the rubble, stands a single tree, still green and thriving despite it all. When you approach, the tree opens its eyes and stares at you.
Tree with eyes, attack it before it gets you. Oh, well, hi there. I'm searching for an elf that may have been passing through here a long time ago, looking for answers to the darkness.
The tree blinks at you several times before moving its branches around, as if it was shifting in its place. Slowly, it begins talking.
What is this elf thing you speak of, and how long is long ago? An eon? 2?
Well, an elf is kind of like a
I
human.
see. The children of Thea, you mean. Pretty young things, to be sure. In the old days, there used to be many in my grove.
The tree looks around, as if for the first time, and you see its face twisting and its eyes growing larger.
My grove? Where is my grove? Where are all my charges? What have you done with them?
Calm yourself, it's okay. The has been cursed with 100 years of darkness. Your grove must have perished during that time.
Oh, right. My apologies. Yes, that wretched cold night. It was rather unpleasant. Still, it was not it. It was a brother of mine. He took my herd. I tell you what. I will tell you all about the elven child you speak of. The one seeking to cure us from darkness, but only if you hunt down and kill my brother, and bring me the remains of his flock.
Brother, you say?
You fleshy creatures oft call us Lishi, demons you say we are. And in all fairness, that description is wise. We are guardians of the forest, sons of the Silver Mother, and shepherds. My brother is thus, like me, a Lishi, but he is also a thieving wretch. He stole my flock from under me. Mad I am, he said. Mad and corrupted by the dark. Bah! Only because I did not think as he did. I did not seek to kill the so-called creatures of the dark. Ah, no matter. What does matter is that I need his wooden carcass and that of his flock so that I may regrow this grove. And it is my business why.
Fine, but how do I know you even have the information I seek?
I have what you seek right here.
The tree crackles, the earth beneath it shakes a bit, and from the roots it brings out an elf. The elf is covered in soil and motionless, but he still breathes.
This young man refused my pleas also, but we seem to have reached an impasse. He will not die, and yet I am not inclined to let him go. But if you do the deed, I shall free him. How splendid. I have cast a spell upon you that will guide you to the traitor's hideout. Do watch yourselves. He is likely to have many allies. Now off you go.
Right, get your brother and bring you his remains. Okay, so we're up here. Oh, there's a house over here. I forgot about that. Let's... Oh, I don't know how many turns that would take to get there. I want to waste my time. Well, we'll go check it out, I guess. I guess. You can do it. You can do it. You're just in the way. Don't bother. Don't waste my time. Oh, trolls. Oh, trolls. Very well. We will destroy you. Oh, insufficient hammer people, so let's reshuffle and try and get some more. That didn't do a whole... That didn't actually do anything. I hate when it does that. You hit reshuffle and it literally does nothing. Nothing. Now, see, these trolls, these are some of the more difficult enemies to handle because they have so much health and they do quite a bit of damage. So, they are a little more difficult in the end game here to handle than some of the enemies. But they're still going to get absolutely wrecked because at the end of the day, they are still incapable of doing sufficient damage to stop me. This is one of the more difficult guys. Most of the other ones are not that strong. So what we're going to play is we're going to play him. Oh, come on. For you, we need 264 damage, so we need 15 more damage. Probably not already. Don't have enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first action him to get him in front. And then, actually, I was going to buff him, but what I'm going to do is we're just going to play you. You, in and of yourself, have done enough damage to drop him down to where he's vulnerable, but particularly when you consider that the orc fighter there has poison damage, which does more than enough damage to take out that dude. So, he's dead. You're already dead, I don't even have to do anything about you. Oh, well, you're not now, but you're not now, as you negated it. Guess what, though? Doesn't help you that much. You're still screwed. That almost killed you outright. So, have fun with that. You know how that goes for you. And we'll play you. Go, so the first two are dead. You are already dead. You are not dead yet, but you will be because you are going to go round 2. Which means you just straight up die before you get to move. Let's play you, because you've got a good shield, just in case they have... I know they don't, because all the troll dudes have hammer slots, but... Alright, so you kill him, you... Oh, actually, no, you don't. You kill him. Kill this one. Kill that one. You will not kill this one, because he's a good deal tougher than what you can manage easily. But it is easily fixed. All we need to do is go... Let's cancel offense. Move one of them just because... And we can buff you up a good chunk. Now you think you have enough to kill him. Oh yeah. So he's dead now from you. And you will be short-lived. You know what? I might have actually just screwed myself because... Oh no. Fine. Now you're dead. Now you're dead, and you will fail to accomplish a damn thing. Alright, so we play you. Out our last few of these guys. Then we can throw out a couple of these other ones. just to make sure we have enough to kill them at the end of the day. Don't need to play everyone though. Not play everyone. We don't quite need everyone. Oh, you're dead, and you're very dead. And there was their big dude, their other big dude that they had used. I think they used it to confuse one of my guys. I don't remember. And that's the end. They all died. We were taking damage for like no reason. Taking damage. I don't know why you're taking damage. Oh, maybe it's from you healing. Maybe you're healing. I don't know. I'm a little confused. You get some mithril out of that though, so that's okay. Cool. Take it. Oh, we have movement again, so let's make our way. Making our way. Oh, we'll manipulate you. We'll just do that. For none of this I care about. What is this? It's not that interesting. What are you? Also not that interesting. I'll keep that actually. Actually, let's keep that armor because it has leech on it, so might be good. Might not. Actually know which way I'm supposed to I don't know which way I have to go here. Get to this house. Probably shouldn't even bother. This is a quest. Don't actually specifically remember what this quest was. Not that it's super important at this moment, but let him do its thing, skip that. We've seen those that event before. We've seen that event actually a number of times now. What difficulty are we dealing with going into here? That don't even make sense. Doesn't make sense. That's just silly. That's just silly talk. Alright, we should do this, I guess. And I'll save, just in case it decides to screw me. I should not have taken damage at all there. That's just some bullshit that we took any damage. Not going to lie. It's silly. We literally should not have taken enough damage there to hurt me, though. I don't know how you managed to do enough damage to hurt me. Don't. But I call a degree of bullshit on it, though. I can tell you that much. Oh, pff, please. Get out of here. This guy I don't care about. The pinecone thing is no one really cares about you. Sorry, friend, but you are not sufficiently important for me to actually care. I may keep that just because we have a few people who are very limited. If this thing dies, I don't actually give a crap because it's so weak that it is. Oh, pretty good at crafting, I guess. Having said that, I still don't really care that much. It's not really that important. If you die, it's just kind of, oh well. Basically just one of those oh well kind of things. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to put a weaker shield or weaker sword on you and actually still be able to give you some armor. Admittedly, I couldn't give you that great armor, but I could give you one of the do that or something. Not a terrible idea. Do a lot more damage with that, of course, but I'm just gonna leave it. Importantly, that pinecone thing doesn't die. Don't really care that much, but I would still prefer not to lose people for no good reason. Losing that thing is simply unnecessary. Let's check for traps. Check the door and there are no traps, but the doorknob is in loose parts that seem sharp and rusty. They could have caused some injury or even disease. You avoid them and open the door. Tailor hits you in the force as you enter. There's a small hallway, unusual for the simple abodes you're used to, and at the end of the hallway you see the entrance to another room and stairs leading down to the basement. Check out the room first. You enter the room and find yourself in a perfectly preserved dining room. The decor is lavish, unlike anything you've seen. There are chandeliers, so you think they're called. There is silverware, silver used for cutlery, for crystal glasses, and even a faint sound of music coming from Peru knows where. Far too weird, look around. Suddenly you hear a cry of a woman. No, don't touch anything, you'll spoil it. You'll spoil it all, it has to be perfect, it has to. A creature appears to you, at first with the features of a noble lady dressed in a beautiful gown, but then as she faces you, you realize her face is rotting away. In an instant, the illusion breaks, and you see the old house again, empty, decaying and cold, and before you, a ghost about to attack. Whatever, dude. Let me know how that goes for you. Speak to the ghost. It is likely that the tormented spirit will return, but for now it has been banished. You search the old house and discover many books that will surely prove priceless for your village. You also find a small family vault with some of the precious stuff still intact. We can just get rid of all of these because none of this is useful. Slightest at intelligence and folklore, at least somewhat useful. Okay, so we need to head down here. We loop around? Maybe we loop around. Not a bad idea. Not necessarily a good idea either, but might be slightly faster. Tower on the horizon. Where's that? Over there. We care? I don't think we care. At this particular moment in time, I don't think we care. I don't want to waste any further time with such things. Some difficult ass terrain right here. Takes up the entire turn to move in a single slot. Okay, game. You can finish the turn any fucking year. There we go. Where are we heading? Down here. Continue forth. Yeah, don't try and mess with me, guys, because it will go very poorly for you. Trust me on this. You don't want to do it. You can do one of these. Okay. Auto resolve. Okay, that worked well. What the hell is this? Full plate armor. Made out of gold and amber. It's crappy, but ooh. It's actually useful. I don't care about you. Get rid of the shields. Keep the crossbow and that thing. We took some minor damage, but insufficient to really affect us too much. So I don't care a hell of a lot. This moment in time. Wait, this is level 4. Ah, see, now that's some bullshit right there. The way she got hurt. I call hacks. I call hacks. Right, we can wait. Wait a turn. What we got around us? Interesting. Not particularly, but we'll take the food and maybe the herbs. We'll see the food though. I will claim as much of the food as we can manage to claim in one turn. Gives us 4 chunks. 4 chunks there. Try and get some herbs and get enough, you know, get 1 turn's worth. And I don't give 2 craps about the wood because we don't care. We just don't care. Wood is not important to us in the slightest. Okay, let's save, make sure we don't lose one of our very valuable people. Rather not lose one of my more valuable, more important individuals, which she most certainly is. Would really prefer not to lose her, so let's not. I might just scrap that one because it is too low damage for really that impressed. Instead, that's a little bit of an upgrade. Wait. Get out of my inventory. Oh, you can't use that. Okay, then never mind. I lied. Entire reason you even have that in the first place, because it's the one that doesn't weigh hardly anything. I remember this now. Entire reason you had that particular one to begin with. Let's not fight this ancient tomb. I don't really need to. It doesn't do anything for me at this time. We don't really need to secure the area behind us because it's unlikely that they will prove sufficient danger down for me to actually care. And they sure as hell don't really pose any significant danger to the party. So we're still being attacked by level 1 things. But why do you... Why? Why you do this? Why do you do this? Okay. This should go really easy, but just in case, for whatever stupid ass reason it doesn't, I'll just try to manipulate you. It should go no problem whatsoever. What is that? You interested? That's actually a really good shield, so let me investigate. 11 and 9. Okay, so instead of perception, it adds leech. Main problem with it being that it is heavier than the other one. Not necessarily that important though, or that big of a deal. What is intellect? Okay, we'll give you that instead. It's a nice looking shield. Adds the nice additional things. So yeah, I'll take it. Sixth sense and see if any of these are sufficiently worthwhile to be worth fiddling with. I think I'm gonna give you that. So we got a couple chests here. We'll loot these even though we probably don't need to. Probably doesn't do much for us. Definitely doesn't do much for us because it's not worth any of this loot. I won't bother with the other one. That one was just kind of in the way, so. Okay, oh, it actually
Once more, you witness a green grove, thriving despite any logic. It is small, barely more than a garden, but this one is full of life and beauty. There are fruit trees blooming with pink flowers. There is a sweet smell of tree sap in the air and a hum of bees working hard. The largest tree stands in the center and spreads its branches in a welcoming gesture to you.
Hello.
Welcome, friends. I see a frown upon your foreheads and a burden on your hearts. I smell the dark stench of my poor brother smeared all over you. What has he devised now? Did he ask for the lifeless carcasses of me and my flock so that he may regrow his twisted grove? And pray, what has he promised as your reward?
Your brother holds answer to our quest. We seek to cure Thea of the darkness to restore order. Your brother holds a hostage that may help us do this.
That wretched traitor. Our mother tree was brutally butchered. He holds the key to her salvation, and yet he withholds it from those who can help. Bah! His madness has gone beyond my mercy. Alas, he is a strong demon. Old. Older than you can imagine, fleshling. So I propose a ruse. It is these 3 silver shards that he truly covets. Take some wood and these shards, and trick him into believing we are gone.
Will that work?
Well, I will not lie. Convincing him will not be an easy task. The only guarantee you have is to kill me and my kin. You are welcome to try, but I warn you I will not forfeit my flock, not even for the mother tree.
So what is this mother tree you keep speaking
The
of?
mother tree? Well, she's the mother tree. I must confess I know very little. I was a mere sapling before she fell, and then I grew only after my brother went mad. But the mother tree is our mother, all of us, the trees, earth, all that lives. She stood high, but then someone killed her.
Mokosh, she's the goddess of earth and water and life.
Mokosh, that is a daughter of Mother Tree. Well, a daughter, or another face, or an avatar. Many different names are given to those who serve the Earth Mother. Like I said, I know very little. I'm shamefully young for my kind.
The tree looks very sad and ashamed.
Well, not to worry. We're all young once, you know.
Oh, I never thought about it that way. You are wise for a tiny fleshling, thank you. Now, what is your decision in regards to my brother?
Okay, let's try to trick him.
Good. I had a feeling your hearts are in the right place. Here, have the shards and the wood. And since you chose not to kill us, I will use what little power I have to bless you. This way you will have a better chance to fool my brother. Farewell, fleshlings, and may the Mother Tree's blessing follow you wherever you go.
Thank you, may the same fall upon you. Now we scuttle our way back whence we came. The world is getting progressively more dangerous. We are having far more of these level 5 things pop up the longer you go. So it does become increasingly difficult to survive. Although at this point, I am sufficiently powerful that the enemies would be very hard pressed to really even slow me down, let alone actually defeat me at this stage. Not much would be able to beat me now without a significant amount of difficulty. We should probably rest here for a moment, because I think we have a couple people who are slightly hurt. It's just the one dude. You know what? It's just the one dude. I think we can probably do difficulty. Save to be sure. Oh, we have to... You know what? We're gonna have to wait anyway, so let's just wait. Oh, there's ancient wood over here. I know that. I get enough to harvest this ancient wood. Forge I can. Let's not bother too overboard. Serve any real purpose for us to get more than that, so let's get enough for... No, can't. Because wait one turn, that should get all of our people to full health. Gives us a little bit of stuff too, not that we really need it. And to the Cosmic Tree. Let's go ahead and save again, because this guy can be a difficult fight if you end up losing.
You finally find what must have been the grove from the map, although there is little left but some stones and dirt
so we're
here.
back with the bodies, as you asked.
The Lishi looks over the remains. He takes the shards and nods, but then examines the wood for a while.
These are the remains of my brother, you say? They look, well, ordinary.
Of course they are. I don't care all this wood here to argue over how special it is. Keep your end of our deal. And we could probably auto-resolve this.
So yeah, we don't know why these don't feel special to you, but your brother is ashes, so our end of the bargain stands. The Lishi listens to you and nods.
Well, I suppose I haven't really killed a Lishi before, and who knows how this darkness thing affects us. The tree shards are here, so it must be true. Here you go. Take the elf and leave me be, before I decide you're good for compost.
The Lishi turns away and turns into a tree again, with the wood and the shards taken into his roots. The elf opens his eyes and speaks in but a whisper, yet his words are very clear. I am still weak and it will take much time for me to recover, but thanks to you I shall. But that is of no importance. Let us leave this place and talk of the fate of Thea. Now, I heard your talk with the Lishi. I know you seek answers to my quest. I assume you have discovered my notes, for if you found my student, she would be here with you. It seems this quest claimed us both.
Yeah, I'm afraid we found the notes on a body.
The elf only nods. Such is fate. Perhaps it is punishment for our failure as guardians of the cosmic tree. I see the world is still corrupted, yet the sun has returned. This can mean only one thing. A seed of the tree yet lives.
What are the what?
Right. How much do you know of what happened?
I know not a whole lot. There was a tree, it burned, and so did Thea.
We do not have so much time that I may tell you all, but I shall try my best. The cosmic tree was one of 7 pillars of the world. Others exist, or perhaps existed, in different distant parts of Thea, each with their own story. Our tree, however, is what concerns us. The cosmic tree held the balance of 3 spheres, what you call the divine, where your gods dwell, the earth, where mortals reign, and the underworlds, the domain of the dead. When the cosmic tree burned, so did the gates between our worlds. Gods fell from their thrones, losing power and influence. The dead spilled out amongst the living, unable to cross over and find peace, and Thea became a barren land, unsuited for mortal life. I know not the answer, but I will tell you what I think. There was a time we called the Age of Man, a time of great human queens and kings and victories over evil. We, the elves, decided to sail away to our own lands, far into the west, leaving only a few to safeguard the pillars of the world. But man grew greedy and jealous. In the Westerlands, non-humans were hunted and killed, and kings and queens we once called noble became obsessed with power. They looted dwarven strongholds, enslaved half-men for their labor, and slaughtered elfkin for our knowledge. I believe that in their greed, they came to seek out the 7 pillars, and when they found no power to be had, they destroyed what they found.
I kind of heard a different story, one where the humans burned the tree on purpose rather than spite.
Interesting. And why on Thea would they do this?
We're in the world of magic, thus bring about an age of reason and knowledge where humans are no longer bound by
The elf
superstition.
frowns. Rid Thea of magic? Preposterous. Do you realize how many lives will perish? Do you not have non-human friends? Do you not use magic? Have you never asked a friendly demon for aid? All of it, all will be gone. A memory. Myth.
Oh, you're right, but are you sure it's all bad? I mean, I know it means the end of your people. Didn't you say you wanted to give us the freedom to leave Thea in our charge?
Well, we did. But look what happened. First, you hunt down and enslave anything that is different from you. Then you hatch a plan to destroy magic. Not you, of course, but those men and women from that so-called university. Bah, surely you are not considering it.
I don't know.
The elf looks really upset, but then he takes in a deep breath, looks up at the sky, and then back at you. He looks much calmer. I suppose you are correct. It is the age of man, for better or for worse. I am too weak to intervene, so all I can do is accept your decision, whatever it may be. You know the consequences. You have your path laid out. Walk it with honor. The elf nods. Now, where were we?
It's all just a
An
guess.
educated guess, you may call it. I was witness to the madness of the Age of Man, but alas, I did not witness the cosmic trees burning.
What are the other pillars? Do we need to repair
An
them
interesting question. For one, even I do not know where or what all of the pillars are. Each land has their own, you see. But the cosmic tree was the foundation of all. If it can be rebuilt, Thea will find a way to restore the rest. Of course, if you find yourselves able to discover other pillars or alternate routes to salvation, please do follow them.
I keep saying... Okay, so what should we do now?
Whatever you may choose to do, I will tell you what needs doing, as I am too weak to do it myself. What you decide is up to you. The fact that magic still lingers and the sun has returned means a seed of the cosmic tree has survived the burning. Its fledgling power restored the light to us, but it is too weak to thrive on its own. We must find it and plant it in a sacred grove, where in time it will grow to its full strength and restore Thea to its former glory.
Where's the seed? I have a feeling it's going to be lying around.
No, of course not. Else enemies of the light may find it and finish what they started. For you see, if this seed burns, their job will be complete. In many ways, Thea will be no more.
Yeah, but where do we find
I do
it?
not know. I've been locked under a tree for a century, but I know how to find it. You must gather some cosmic tree shards, pieces of the tree that still linger in our world. Once you have those, bring them to me and I will tell you our next step.
So you won't come with us?
In time, perhaps. But I am still too weak, and I fear waiting for my recovery may take too long. You have come this far. I trust that you will choose the right path. I will find a place of power and meditate there until you come back. I have marked you so you will feel your way back to me. Now for the cosmic tree shards. I know of one place where some can be found. Go seek the place out.
Alright, off to find some shards. And I'm actually going to go ahead and end this episode here, even though I'd rather not, but it's simply taking a little too long. Which one are we supposed to... Which one are we going to? 3... 20... Okay, yeah, that doesn't tell me a damn thing. It's centered on this one, though, so I'm going to assume this is the one we want. We will go ahead and do this next episode. I was going to try and end the series this time, but it's simply taking a little too long. Episode's getting a little too long, so we'll go one more episode. I will see you then. Take it easy. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye, folks.